Hey everybody, I have a fall mega video for you. I know how much you guys love these mega videos, so let's jump right in. I have these two dishes. I believe I got them at Target, but I'm not 100%. And then I have those bamboo sticks that I got off of Amazon that I love so much. And so what I'm doing is I painted the bottom of these bamboo plates. And then I glued 4 of these sticks together for the center to kind of hold everything up right there. And then I just painted the other sticks and I attached them to the bottom and then to the top smaller plate. I still have this and I love it so much. I just took some of the fall foliage from Dollar Tree and then I put a candle on top from Walmart and here it is. Let me know what you guys think of this. For this next one, I have one of those Hello Fall laser cut wood pieces from the Dollar Tree. And then I have this mason jar from the Dollar Tree, and that paper is from a paper pack from Michael's, and it's stunning. I love it. So I replaced the burlap top on the mason jar, and then I had some fence pieces that I got from Hobby Lobby that I used to create a little pocket to put some greenery in. And then I added the Hello Fall and a bow with some of those pip berries, and that's it for this one. I added some little pumpkins from Dollar Tree as well. Let me know what you think of this one. For this next one, I have some wood pieces and I cut them at different lengths and then I glued them together. So I'm making like pumpkins. I used an orange, I used moss green, and then just white Waverly chalk paint. I dirtied it up a little with some antique wax from Waverly, added some greenery and some pip berries. And I used some sticks for the stem, and here they are. I love these. Let me know what you think. Now I have this cutting board and one of the gingham transfers from Chalk Couture. And all I did was I just placed, after I fuzzed it, I placed the transfer on, and I used some gray paint or chalk paste, I should say. And then I added a fun little saying at the front. And now I'm just taking 3 different ribbons. I make loops and tie them together. And then I just add a little piece in the center to hide the twine. Oh, and I did wrap the handle in twine. This pumpkin I got from Target a while back. Obviously, I was at the apartment, so and I just used my Chalk Couture transfers to add a cute little saying. It says, "I love you more, pumpkin." The pumpkin is on the black disc. And there it is. How cute is that? With just a little ribbon from the Dollar Tree. Let me know what you think of the last 2. I know these are going super fast. So bear with me. So this little shadow box I got at Michael's for like 99 cents. I put an I love you transfer, some of those mini hay bales and some mini pumpkins. I painted the frame part with an orange Arteza paint marker, and that's it. How adorable is this? Now I have one of those wooden pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and this cording from Hobby Lobby. I went all around the pumpkin and covered it completely. Then I used my antique wax for that oval wood piece and the orange Arteza marker for the welcome. And I added some ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and that's it for this one. Let me know what you think. Okay, I slowed down the video a little bit. So now I have a Chocator blank, and this one says, welcome, what does it say? Welcome to our patch, I think. I don't remember, I'm sorry. Anyway, I took a bunch of different colors and I am just going to use my squeegee and go over all of the leaves, and that gave it like a fall look. And then I just used the black and the orange. Welcome to our patch. There it is. I think it's super adorable. Look at the colors in those leaves. I love it. Let me know what you think. Now I have this wood round. I believe I got at Hobby Lobby, but I'm not positive. And it could be Amazon actually. And then one of the metal pumpkins that you would put out on your, like in your garden or something. I took all of those half beads that I had and I placed them around the wood round and then decided I needed to paint them. So if you recreate this, paint the beads first. But anyways, I took some of the little square wood pieces from the Dollar Tree, put them on the back of the pumpkin, and then glued the pumpkin to the wood round and added a jute bow. I think it's adorable. What do you guys think? Okay, now I have these wooden blocks from the Dollar Tree. And I cut them up into 3 different sizes. And then I did 9. And did I do 9? Did I do 6? Looks like I did 6. Okay. So I painted them in truffle, moss, and then white. And then I used white vinyl. So I ended up doing a heavy dry brush with the orange just so that the words would show up. And then I just added some mini pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, some floral greens, and that's it. There might have been, no, there wasn't. Okay, so yeah, I added some flowers on the sides and the pumpkin, and that's it. I think these came out so adorable. I did end up taking my paint pen and going over everything so they're orange instead of white. But here they are. I think they're beautiful. Let me know what you think. Okay, for this next one, I have one of those pumpkin wreath forms and some gray the Chanel, what is it? Oh my goodness, yarn. And I went around the entire pumpkin frame, the entire thing, with that gray. So yeah, took a while, but it came out adorable. So I took a bunch of little ribbon from the Dollar Tree and I made a messy bow. And then I took some of the greenery from the Dollar Tree, or the foliage, I guess, from the Dollar Tree, and I added it to the top where the stem would be, and the bow as well. I put a couple little orange flowers, and that's it. I think it was so simple, although it did take a lot of time, but I think it came out so cute. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, for this next one, I have 3 cutting boards I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby. I painted them with my orange acrylic paint, and then I am taking that jute cording that I love so much from Amazon, and I went around all of the handles. Then I took a couple tumbling tower blocks and put that on the back of the front one, and then I layered them. I hope that makes sense. Just putting some of the leaves on the front, and then I used some of the rub-on transfers, and that's it for these. They're so cute, really great shelf sitter. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, for this next one, I have one of the pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I cut the top off, and then I put a piece of floral foam, and I'm just going to fill it with a bunch of florals from the Dollar Tree. And yeah, this came out so pretty. I still have this one actually, and I think it's adorable. So I made a bow with a couple different ribbons from the Dollar Tree, and I just layered it up, and then I took a wooden dowel and I glued the bow to the wooden dowel, and it just sits high enough so that you can, see the bow, but you don't see the dowel. And I added a couple pumpkins and some berries, and here it is. I think it is super adorable. Let me know what you think. Okay, for this next one, I have a couple of tags from Chalk Couture, and I did a reverse tag sign here. So the one side is fall and the other side is Christmas. We're just going to focus on the fall right now. So I used some Velcro for the bows so that I could also replace the bows, and you won't see it from the other side. But I think this came out so beautiful. I love, 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 love this piece. So here's the Christmas side. I know you don't really care about the Christmas side just yet, and here is the fall side. Look at how pretty. I love all of the colors. Let me know what you think. Now I have this round sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to place some of the craft paper on the back. Then I have this felt sunflower I also got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just gluing it to the top of the wood round, or the wood sign. Round sign. Oh my goodness. Now I'm just taking a bunch of sunflowers. I took them off the stems, and I'm cutting the little nubby thing in the back so that they'll sit a little flatter. And then I'm just going to hot glue them all around this sign. And then I start adding some of the greenery that was with the sunflowers. And then you can see here I have some berries that I'm adding kind of, sporadically around the whole entire piece. I love how this came out. And then those are big, berries of some sort. I'm not really sure what they are, and then I just made a hanger for the back. And then I'm taking some of the orange and the green ribbon from the Dollar Tree, as well as some of the fall pip berries that they sold. And I am just going to make a bow to place on this. I'm going to call it a wreath, because you could hang it on your door and it would be just perfect. And here it is. Look at how beautiful this is. I love this one so, so much. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, for this next one, I have this like wood plank thing that I got from one of the maintenance guys when I was at the apartment. And I just did a dry brushing with the white Waverly chalk paint. And then I took these pumpkins that the Dollar Tree sold. I'm not sure if they sell them again this year. I don't know. I don't know if they'll be selling them or not. But so I kind of painted a little bit of white on the sides, and then I took some of my scrapbook paper and I covered the highest point on the pumpkins. Now I did go back and change the color on the sides of the pumpkin, and then I added the letters FALL, one on each of the pumpkins, and I had one of the wood planks from Dollar Tree, which I painted white and put welcome on. I am just adding some leaves, and I also added some of that jute cording that I get from Amazon up top, and I am adding some flowers to the top as well. This is an adorable little piece that you could put, if you live in an apartment, you could put it just outside your door in the hallway, or if you have a house, it's a smaller like porch leaning sign, but I think it would be adorable if you put it like on a table or in maybe a pot of, flowers or whatever, like mums or something. It would be beautiful. But anyway, here it is. I absolutely love this piece so, so much. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, for this next one, I have 2 doors I got off a cabinet off the side of the road. And I am just filling in where the handles are or were. And then I used my Rust-Oleum white chalk paint and I gave it a couple coats. And now I'm just taking my finger sander and going over some of the edges just to make it look a little older, a little worn. And then I am going to take some paint and I went around like the outline of the inside. I hope that makes sense. You can see right there what I did. And then I took some tissue paper. There we go. And I printed out a couple of sayings, and it looks so good. You can't even tell that there's tissue paper there. It's beautiful. I did that with both of the doors, and then I went over everything and dirtied it up quite a bit. And then I am just going to take some greenery and some pumpkins and just make like a little pile on the corner at the bottom on both of these doors. Now, if you use the tissue paper with your printer, you need to tape it onto like a cardstock, which is what I did. And it comes out perfect every time. But so give it a try if you're feeling daring. How's that? And then I'm just going to add a couple bows on one on each of these doors. And here they are. They're so pretty. I love how these came out. Let me know what you guys think of these. Not bad for something I picked up on the side of the road, right? Okay, now I have the shelf that was on the inside of that cabinet that I just took the doors from. So I painted it white, and then I got this like galvanized pumpkin from one of the grab boxes from Michael's a few years back. And I thought this would be perfect. So I used some E6000 and hot glue, and I glued it to the center of that shelf. And then I had some stacked pumpkins, and then some like pastel-y kind of pumpkins, and some gingham pumpkins, and I just added a bunch of stuff. You can see Skylar laying right there. You can see her tail, but anyway, that was before I had Nico. And yeah, so now I'm just adding a bunch of florals and greenery and or foliage. I don't know. What do you call that? I think it's foliage. But anyway, I love how this came out so much. Oh my goodness. Definitely one of my favorites. So I added some, there you go. I added a bunch of florals, and I believe I had some, yeah, I added some fairy lights inside, and look at how beautiful this came out. I absolutely love that jack-o'-lantern. Now I know you can see the stems, but I don't even care. I think it came out so beautiful. Let me know what you think. Now I have this wood blank from Michael's, and I painted it. I can't remember the color, but it's like a burgundy. And then I took some of the ribbon from Dollar Tree. I added it in the center, and then I cut out some wording with my Cricut, and I just added it to the ribbon. And I think this came out so pretty. I took some greenery and some more sunflowers, and look at how pretty this came out. I just love it. And the pip berries, it just made it, it just took it up a level. I don't know. So it says fall is proof that change is beautiful. Isn't that the truth, huh? Let me know what you guys think of this one. Now I have these little pumpkins from Dollar Tree, and I was trying to scrape off as much of the glitter as I could. And then I painted them all 3 different colors. And then I took those, they looked like wood. They were rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have them, but you could do that with paint. You don't have to put, you could use scrapbook paper. I mean, you could put anything on it really. And then I have these rub-on transfers, the fall leaves, and they're so beautiful. These rub-on transfers are so pretty from Dollar Tree. So I just added them, and some of them are kind of hard to see in this video, but in person you can definitely see them. And then I just added a couple of mums and some greenery, and that's it. These are so adorable. Let me know what you think of these. For this next one, I found this shelf on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I have those pumpkins from Target. So I painted them all. I used my oh my goodness, terracotta paints. That's it. And then I cut out thankful and blessed, and the ampersand for, I think that's what it's called. I used my Cricut to cut those out. And so I painted the pumpkins, and then I added the vinyl to the pumpkins. And I am just going to add a bunch of florals and foliage, just some fall florals and foliage. I tipped the shelf upside down and it's a perfect shelf sitter. I absolutely love this piece. Let me know what you think of this one. And now I have some more of those like hexagon, supposed to be pumpkins. Anyway, I painted them all in white. And then I have this beautiful tissue paper. I believe it came from Kendra from Late Night Creations. We did a swap, a tissue paper swap. So I believe it was from Kendra. But anyway, whoever sent them, they're beautiful and I love them. So I'm just adding some Mod Podge and then I'm going to place the tissue paper down, and I use a sponge. And this sponge idea is not mine. It came from Brandy over at DIY Struggle. So she's amazing. I will try to remember to link her channel down in my description box. But so I'm taking this tissue paper. I took all of the excess tissue paper off once it was dry, and I used the wood planks from Dollar Tree and some of the words, the like leather words. Now I have a round one that I got from Target, and so I had two of the hexagon shaped and then a circle one. So I used one of those furniture markers from the Dollar Tree, and I just painted the word blessed. And I am adding some tissue paper to the wood plank, and I'm also going to add some tissue paper to this round pumpkin. So yeah, it's a lot here, but there's a lot going on. So once that's down and dry, I just repeated the same process. I put the wood plank on it and then put the word down on the plank, and that's it. I added some fall greener fall foliage and fall flowers, and these all came out so adorable. Oh my goodness. But anyways, here they are. Look at how pretty these are. I think they're absolutely perfect for the fall season, and you can keep these up until you decorate for Christmas. But anyway, let me know what you think of these. For this next one, I have that particle board wagon wheel thing from, I believe it was Dollar Tree, and I painted it with the truffle chalk paint. And then I took a bunch of sunflowers, and I am just going to arrange the sunflowers around just half of the wagon wheel. And then I'm going to take this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to make a bow to place on this. Like, it could be a door hanging, I suppose, or you could hang it up just in your house on the wall somewhere. And I also used some of that like lacy netty ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I added that on top of the ribbon with the leaves on it. And then I just added a hanger to the back. And that's it for this piece. I think this is so pretty. Let me know what you guys think. For this next piece, I have 3 different sized pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to take off as much of the paper as I can, and then I am going to use, so this is like the vinyl I got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just covering this particular pumpkin with this vinyl, and then I'm going to go around with my little X-Acto blade, and I am cutting all of the excess vinyl. Then I'm using some of my terracotta paint, and I use the green and the orange Pueblo, I think it's called. And then I'm taking some of the antique wax and some of the white wax and just trying to make like those little ridges that pumpkins have. Then I am going to start layering the pumpkins. So the smallest one has a stand on it. So I started with that stand and added the middle one. And then I covered the back of the large pumpkin because it was ugly, because I couldn't get all of the paper off of it. So I just used some of the brown craft paper for that. And now I'm just taking some of that brown moss and I'm using that around the stems. And once that's all done, I'm just going to take some of that jute cording and I'm going to go around all of the pumpkins to give the illusion that it's actually holding them together. And it's just a little detail I thought was cute. And then I just made a simple shoestring bow to place on it. And then I'm going to add some of the little tiny pumpkins. I actually cut one of them, I think, in half just to add it right there at the bottom on the base. And then some of those little hay bales and mini pumpkins and berries and sunflowers. And I'm just embellishing this whole thing. And I also used, I believe it says, Hello Fall or Hello Autumn. It says Hello Fall, there it is. I painted it with white paint, and then I am going to add it to this piece as well.
Faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip.
And here it is. How pretty is this? I love, love, love this piece. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Okay, for this next piece, I have this crate thing I got at a thrift store, and then this metal pumpkin that I got from Dollar Tree, and those little candles that I also got from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to leave the crate as is, and I am going to use some E6000, and I'm going to attach the pumpkin right to the front of the crate, as you can see there. Then I took a couple of blocks, and I am just trying to prop up the lanterns, and then I add some of the floral foam so that I can add some of my florals to this. I was trying to just make sure that the lanterns would be up high enough so that you could see them with all of the florals. And I glued them to the wood boxes, but I had to end up taking it apart because you got to change the battery at some point. So I didn't quite think that one through, but it's okay. It all worked out. So I'm just adding some of that Spanish moss all around the inside before I go ahead and add some florals. Now I have this like eucalyptus vine, and I think I got it at Michael's, but I'm not 100% on that. And then I'm going to take some of these sunflowers and the mums and just, I'm going to deck this thing out. It's going to be beautiful. Now, Dollar Tree had some of these really pretty pumpkins. You'll see them in just a minute, like the brown and the white. I don't remember what they were made out of, but so pretty. And it just made this centerpiece that much more beautiful. Let me know what you think of this one. Okay, now I have another one of those decor blocks that I got from Dollar Tree. And these pumpkins I got from Woodpeckers Crafts. I believe their links are in my description box down below. I am an affiliate, so I do earn a little something from any purchases, but it doesn't come out of your pocket. That's the good part. So now I used some night sky, dusk, and I don't remember the other color, but we'll see in just a minute. So I'm taking the truffle chalk paint and I covered that decor piece from Dollar Tree, and then I'm taking some of the cork sheet from Dollar Tree and I'm just adding that to the bottom of the wood piece so that it doesn't scratch any table that it sits on. And then I am just going to add some rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree to the front of these little pumpkins. And they're so adorable. And there you can see my little Skylar. She's so pretty. Such a pretty girl. So anyway, I am going to glue the 3 pumpkins to the top part of that decor block piece. So cute. And then I'm going to take some of the pip berries and the twine that you can get at the Dollar Tree, and I added some little bows at the top and just a little bit of twine around the base just to give it a little more interest. But here it is. I think it's so pretty. Let me know what you think. Okay, now I have this wood blank that came from Michael's, and I decided that I was going to stain it with the Waverly Antique Wax and just a wipe. So I did all of that, and then I have some of these little tiles. They look like the Scrabble tiles, only they don't have any letters or numbers on them. So I did that with the antique wax. And then I had a couple of leaves that I also got from Woodpeckers Crafts, and I painted those white. And then I did some dry brushing on that wood blank. Now I am taking some Mod Podge, and I am going over the leaves with the Mod Podge. And while that's drying, I put the letters that were rub-on transfers onto the tiles. Then I'm going to take these napkins, and I used my little mini heat press, and I added the napkins to the leaves. And I had to kind of do a little bit of patchwork with the napkins, but you can't even tell. It's beautiful. So I added the tiles and the leaves to this wood blank, and now I'm taking the like rust color and green ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to make a bow to put on this beautiful little sign.
Someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make
And here it is. Leaves are falling. I think it's so adorable. And notice I have the leaves going in a downward, like they're falling. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this piece.
hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town.
Okay, now I have some more of the napkins, and I have these tags that came from the Dollar Tree. They're like a whiteboard kind of thing. So I took them and I added Mod Podge, and then I placed the napkins that I wanted to use on the tags, and then I used my little mini heat press to just activate the Mod Podge, and it helps with the wrinkles for sure. It helps with the wrinkles. So once I'm done with that, I use my finger sander to get all of the excess napkin off. And I have like a tag shaped one and then just the rectangular shaped ones. So once I figured out how I wanted everything to lay, I glued the two tags together. I hope that makes sense. You can see right there. With the like tag shape and the rectangular shape. Then I had some of those laser cutouts, the wood, and I used some of my Arteza gel pens, and they have like a little sparkle to them. And I colored in the words with those, and they're so beautiful. I love these tags. Let me know what you think.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Okay, now I have one of the wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, and then these, I don't know what they're called. Can't see the tag, but they're like a bunch of berries and stuff. And then I got this beautiful ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It looks like a birch tree. And so I'm going to take the ribbon and I'm going to wrap it all around the wreath form, covering it completely.
Not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Once I finished wrapping the wreath, I am going to start taking these, I don't even know what they're called, guys, these picks, okay? And I think I had 3 different colors. And so I'm just going to try to like mix and match them, like, what am I trying to say? Oh my good grief. I am going to make a pattern with them. There we go. And then I am just going to take some of these zip ties and I am going to use that to hold some of the pieces onto the wreath, because what I did was I took the stem part and tucked it in where the ribbon like overlapped itself. And yeah, so that's what I did. And there you go with that. Now I have these adorable little owls. I love owls so much. They're so beautiful. My favorite are the snow owls or snowy owls, but I just love all owls. So anyway, now I have these little mums and I'm just going to add those around the wreath as well.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
And then once I got all of the flowers that I wanted to put on here in place, it was a pick from Dollar Tree with these little acorns on them. So I put one on each side of the owl, and then I have the little pumpkins that had clips on them. So I'm just going to take those pumpkins and clip them on these picks, the different colored picks that I have. And I'm just going to place them wherever I think they look best.
Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down.
And that's it for this wreath. I think it's so adorable. Look at that little owl. Is it not the cutest little thing ever? I love it. Let me know what you guys think. Now for this next one, I have this pack of rub-on transfers I got from Amazon, and then two of these little like potion bottles. And those I got from Dollar Tree as well. So I'm going to use Dusk, and I'm going to use, I think that's at Agave. And I am going to paint these potion bottles with those two colors. And I'm going to use some of that pick to embellish. So I'm making pumpkins out of these potion bottles, in case you're wondering. And so I'm putting those little like twirly things that some pumpkins have. And I'll end up doing some leaves, some kind of greenery or something. And so I just kind of wrapped it around the back of the potion bottle. And yeah, just gonna glue it right in place there. Now, once that's done, I am going to take some of my jute twine and I'm going to wrap that whole like neck part of the potion bottle. Then I'm just going to decide which rub-on transfers I want to use for these two little pumpkins, and I'm just going to add them. Now, these rub-on transfers are not like Essential Stencil or IOD. These are more like a like a sticker, but you do have to rub them to get them off the carrier sheet. So there you go. So once I get the rub-on transfer on, I'm going to take this Waverly chalk paint, and I'm just trying to make those little, those lines, the definition lines, to make it look like a pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and then I take some white chalk paint, and I'm just trying to blend everything in so that it looks more like a pumpkin. I don't know if I accomplished that. I think they came out pretty cute, but I may be biased, so anyhow, I'm just going to keep adding these little pieces of the transfer until I think it's enough, until I like the way it looks. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the leaves. Where are the pumpkins? Look at how cute they are. I think these are adorable. They're a cute little shelf sitter, or you could put them in a tiered tray, or I don't know, wherever you want them, on your mantle, anything like that. Let me know what you guys think of these. Now I have this sign I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance. It's from the wedding section. I painted it with the white chalk paint, and now I am using this Farmers Market rub-on transfer. I believe I got that off of Amazon. Should be in my storefront. If it's not and you're interested, let me know and I will find a link for you. So I'm just going to place that down on this sign, and again, just going to rub until it comes off the carrier sheet. Then I'm going to take some of that twine from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to glue it to the back. And I had a really hard time getting the original hanger off of this thing. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to take that twine and I'm just going to wrap it around the top part of this picture. And I do end up making like a crisscross. Look at how pretty that is. And then once I do it to the top, I am also going to repeat that same thing on the bottom part of this. Now, I'm making a finger bow. I slowed it down so you can see because I can't describe it. I just can't. So I'm just going to let you watch, see how I make it.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try.
And then once I decide where I'm going to place it, I'm just going to hot glue it right into place. And then I'm going to take some tiny sunflowers, and they were on a pick from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to add a couple to this little piece.
Drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette.
And then lastly, I'm just going to take a piece of jute and I'm going to make a loop so that I can use it for the hanger on this piece. Now, I just had this on my mantle it was just kind of leaning up against the mirror, and it was beautiful up there. I think this came out so beautiful. Let me know what you think of this one.
Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to.
For this next one, I have these palettes from the Dollar Tree, and I painted them in the moss, white, and antique wax, I think. Then I just went outside and I found a stick, and I cut 3 little pieces that I'm going to glue to the top, and that is going to be the stem for my pumpkins. Now you got to use a little bit of imagination with this one, but I think they came out adorable. So once I got the sticks in place, I'm going to add some leaves that came on some of the fall picks that I used. And then I think, yeah. So some of the picks had like those little squiggly things from the pumpkins. So I just cut off a couple of them and placed them on the, like where the leaves are. And then I took some rub-on transfers and I just placed at the bottom part of these little pumpkins just to give it a little more detail.
Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
And I think these came out so darling. Again, they could be used for a tiered tray, or, line them up on a counter or a table. But one says hello fall, and the other one is crisp days of fall, and then autumn market. And I think these are so adorable. Let me know what you guys think.
This is my town now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone.
For this next one, I have 2 of those MDF loops or hoops, wreaths, whatever, and a sign from Hobby Lobby. So I painted all 3 of those pieces with my moss chalk paint. And then I am going to take the 2 hoops and I glued them together, and then I'm going to glue them to the sign just in the center.
Not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break.
Then I am going to start embellishing. So I have a bunch of pumpkins that I got from one of the grab boxes from Michael's. And so I'm just going to use a bunch of those different pumpkins and florals and greenery from Dollar Tree.
Gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
And now that that part is done, I'm going to take some ribbon and I'm going to make myself a bow to put on the top of this. Look at how cute it's coming out. I think it looks so cute. I also put some fairy lights in there. I get these little fairy lights with this little tiny battery pack off of Amazon. I love them. They're definitely in my storefront. So yeah, go check them out. You're gonna love those. And like, I am not affiliated at all. I just love them. So taking again some ribbon from the Dollar Tree to make a beautiful bow for the top of the hoops or wreath forms.
I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so.
And then I had these little scarecrow hats, and I thought it was so cute. So I just took one and I just glued it to one of the pumpkins. And I don't know, I feel like it just made it. So I think it's super adorable. Let me know what you guys think of this one.
I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold.
Okay, for this next one, I have 3 of these mason jars from the Dollar Tree. So I'm trying to save as much of the embellishments as I can. So I put the leaves aside and I took the paper off and I painted 3 of them. I did white, I did dusk, and moss. And now I'm using some of those redesign rub-on transfers. And I am just going to pick out the ones that I like and I'm going to add them to the front of these mason jars. Now I did take the little metal pieces off the top and I do replace those as well.
This is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone.
Then I'm going to take some more of that jute twine. It's from the Dollar Tree. It's like the natural and like tan color. And I'm just going to wrap it around the neck of the mason jar a little bit and cut off a long enough strip so that I can make a like a knot and be able to have some tails hanging down. And I do that for all 3 of these pieces.
When I'm in this town, look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break.
Then I have these little burlap flowers from the Dollar Tree. And I just took 3 of them and I added that right on top of the knot. Yeah, on all 3 of these.
I've been feeling so small.
And that's it for this one. So it says, I think I love fall most of all. So when they're in the right order, that's what it'll read. And I think it's super adorable. Let me know what you think of these.
I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when
Okay, for this next one, I have this beautiful paper that I got from that paper pack from Michael's. I have some of these pumpkins. They're all different size from the Dollar Tree. So I'm trying to take off as much paper as I can. And then I am going to place one paper on 2 and then the other paper on the other 2. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so that's my plan. And it really did come out cute. So I just traced around the pumpkins and now I'm just going to cut them all out.
blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel.
Now the paper was kind of thick, so what I did was I just used some hot glue and just did the edges, and you can't even tell. So once that's done, I'm just going to line them up and glue them into place where I want them to sit.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at the beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
Once that's done, I am going to take some more of those rub-on transfers that I got off of Amazon, and I'm going to add those to the front of these pumpkins.
Stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold.
And then I'm just, And then I'm just going to take some of the twine and I'm making a couple of finger bows, one for each of the bigger pumpkins.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive.
And that's it for this one. I think it's super, super cute. Another great shelf sitter. Let me know what you think.
Stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold.
Okay, for this next one, I'm using tumbling tower blocks and some wood glue. I'm going to take 4 tumbling tower blocks and I'm going to glue them in a square. And then I do that, I believe I do it 8 times. So I'm making 8 squares. And then I am going to take 8 tumbling tower blocks. I'm going to glue 2 of them end to end. And then I'm going to make a larger square. I hope that makes sense. So I'm taking 8 tumbling tower blocks. I'm going to glue 2 of them end to end 4 times. And then I'm going to make 4 squares with those like double tumbling tower blocks. You'll see what I'm talking about. I don't think I'm doing a very good job with describing what I'm doing.
Break me, no, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
So while the big ones are drying, I'm going to take the smaller ones, and what I'm doing is I'm going to glue them together, but not straight up and down. So I want one going one way, one going the other way, and alternate. I hope that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but you can see what I'm doing here. So the first and third one will line up, and then the second and fourth one will line up. I hope that makes sense. Just go ahead and watch. You'll get it.
my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful.
Okay, so now that they're all glued together, I'm going to take some tumbling tower blocks and I'm going to glue them together like side by side. And I want to make a base for each of these pumpkins. So, there'll be two smaller ones and then one bigger one to so that there's a bottom. You get it. So there's a bottom. Just like that right there. And I'm going to do that with all three of these. Now I took a tumbling tower block and a half of a tumbling tower block. And I am going to use those as the stems for my pumpkins that I'm creating.
Faster car, nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it
Okay, so now I have the stems and the base all in place. So now I'm just going to fill these pumpkins with a bunch of fall florals.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
And here they are. And now you can see how many I layered. But I think these are so adorable. And I don't know. I think that was a really creative way to make pumpkins. Now, the people in my house didn't think that they looked very pumpkin-y, but that's where your imagination comes in. Anyway, I love these. Let me know what you guys think.
I'm gonna be myself.
Okay, now I have some cashew chalk paint and I have a mason jar. I took the mason jar, painted the cashew, and then put some silver on the top to represent the cover. And then I'm going to take some of these rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to add some to the top and some to the bottom of the jar itself. And then I have this cup transfer, and I just added that in the center of this mason jar, and I am just kind of rubbing it into place. And here's where I'm putting the bottom transfers on.
I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
Then I took some more of that twine from the Dollar Tree and I wrapped it around the neck of the jar and will glue it to the back. And then I took some of the pip berries and I just wrapped it around the neck a little bit and made like little squigglies. And then I took a bunch of ribbons from the Dollar Tree and I made a messy bow for this adorable little sign.
Off the wall, but tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
And here it is. How stinking cute. I just made a hanger to put in the back so that I would be able to hang it up if I chose to. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, now I have these mason jars I got from Amazon, I believe. And I painted it with the cashew and did some silver on the top, just like the other one. And now I'm taking some twine and I'm going to wrap it around the neck of this jar. And then I'll just glue it right into place. Now I have these beautiful rub-on transfers. I believe I got them off of Amazon as well. I think they're Prima, but I'm not positive. So they should be in my storefront. So I'm just going to add these beautiful sunflowers to this mason jar.
I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold.
And then I have some of those mini sunflowers that came from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to add those to the bottom of this jar. And you'll see that I used one of the watering can pieces of the rub-on transfer. It was so adorable. So then I am going to take that same twine and I'm going to make a finger bow for the neck of this jar.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my.
And lastly, I'm going to take some of this Rub and Buff and I am going to add it to the top. And it kind of gives the illusion of, the different grooves in the covers of these jars. Anyway, I think it came out so adorable. Look at how cute that is. Oh my goodness. I think it's so adorable. Let me know what you guys think.
When I'm in this town, look at the beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, nothing can break me.
Okay, now I have a square blank from Michaels and a couple of round ones and a smaller rectangular shaped one. So I'm going to take some of this acrylic paint that I have and I start off by painting the square piece and then I use the different colors to paint all of the other pieces. And then I'm just going to take some of the white chalk paint and go over all of the pieces and kind of distress them and dirty them up a little bit.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try.
Now I wanted to add that sunshine word, but the background was too dark. So I just painted a small section with some of the cashew chalk paint. And then I added some rub-on transfers to the rectangle and the two circles. And I just glued those onto the square piece when everything was like all dry and all the transfers were on.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone.
And then I'm just going to make a finger bow. I'm pretty sure I only make one, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to the green rectangular shaped piece. Yeah, right there. And it's just a cute little whimsical little sign. I guess you could put it, in the center of a wreath if you wanted to, but I think it came out pretty darn cute. Let me know what you guys think.
Beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me.
Okay, for this last one, I have this wood blank I got at Hobby Lobby. I painted it with the cashew chalk paint, and now I'm just going around the edge with a brown. I don't remember the color. It was one of the acrylic paints that I had. And then I'm going to take some more of those beautiful sunflower rub-on transfers, and I'm going to add those to the top and bottom of this wood blank.
I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out. So try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me. No, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive.
And then once I finished with the transfers, I have one of those leather blessed words that they sold at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the center of this sign. I love this sign. Oh, I'm adding some bees too. I actually have this hanging up in my craft room. It's so pretty, and I just love it so, so much. What do you guys think? Isn't it adorable? I love it. Anyway, let me know what you think of this one. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. It lets YouTube know that you enjoy my content, and they'll push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you in the next one.